Home sales are down 30% year over year, and we still haven't hit the bottom of the housing market yet. What's in store for 2023 as we move into this holiday season? That's the big question. And for home buyers, investors, and just business entrepreneurs that want to seek out investments during this crazy time, I'm gonna give you guys some housing market updates today that will give you a better indication of where we are right now, where we'll be throughout 2023, and when the market will actually start climbing back up in a positive direction. Investors, listen up. This is your opportunity to take advantage of record low sales in over a decade. So we've been looking at new construction, and right now, new construction is down 4.2% just in October alone, and is going to continue into 2023. What does 2023 look like, ladies and gentlemen? So according to projections, we're looking at the market in the residential single-family housing sector will drop all the way into next summer. And mid-2023, after the second quarter of 2023, we're expected to start seeing some rising increases in the market. Now, what is the basis of that, and where are we at today? How does that position you as an investor to be able to come in and take advantage of acquisitions? Now, that's loaded, and at the end of this video, I'm gonna give you some projections that Home Depot has and what they're experiencing right now as far as volume, how this correlates to the market, and how you can position yourself to take advantage of some of these market sector declines for investment strategies to go out and benefit from over the course of the next few years. Now, when you talk about single family, I always think of things in relation to the multifamily space as well. And what I had been hearing, I hadn't been reading, hadn't had any data, didn't have a lot of information in regards to this, but they said that there's still an extended bandwidth between available employees to be able to hire them, because what had happened was people were going from the single family sector, even though there was a decline in the market, and these employees were positioning themselves into the multifamily sector, and multifamily permits were up. Well, I went in and I dug deep, and I wanted to see these actual statistics because I couldn't find exact numbers as to what the statistics were with multifamily new builds and takeoff. And what I actually landed up finding out is that in the single family home space, just in the last few months, we dropped 6.1% in just new single family home permits being pulled. And on an annual basis for single family homes, we were projected to do 1.49 million homes this year, and we're down to only 855,000 that will be permitted and built through this entire year. What does that mean for you? Opportunity. And what that opportunity means is that the least amount of homes that are constructed and permitted just adds to the amount of the shortage that we have in single family dwellings that need to be produced for single family homeowners to live in. So for those of you guys who are wanting to buy land, build houses, this is the opportunity. For those of you guys that are in the fix and flip market and the housing markets are compressing, this is the time for you guys. Now, the relation to multifamily development relates in this fashion. We were under the understanding that multifamily development was on the incline. Well, we've since found out multifamily development and permitting for multifamily development are down by 0.5%. Now, it's not a huge decline, but month over month, 0.5% is big in the multifamily space, being that right now, more than ever, people need rooftops to live. And if they're not getting built in the single family space, they're not getting built in the multifamily space, and permitting and construction is down. What does that mean for the US American population as teenagers, young professionals, young adults, and even old professionals and older adults are in a position where they need rooftops in order to go out and survive, in order to go out and just have a place that they call home? Now, everybody in America deserves a place to live. And so what that means is you guys have opportunity to be able to take advantage of this decline in the market. Now, mortgage rates are up 50%. And I know what most people are thinking right now. They're sitting back going, yes, Jerome, there's great opportunity with lower prices, but with mortgage rates up, what I'm actually paying on a month-over-month basis is substantially higher than what we were just 2 years ago and even just 12 months ago. And so people are sitting back and they're going, Mortgage rates are at 50% higher than they were 1 year ago, and less people can afford homes. And you're 100% right, but they can rent them. And so, like I tell every investor that is flipping homes or buy, build, and sell, we're doing the BBF, buy, build, and rent, or buy, build, and flip, hold and retain, and just exercise the BBRRR strategy, which is when you buy, you build, you buy a piece of land, you build, you refinance it when you're done. After you rent it, you refinance it, and you repeat the process. The old strategy was the BRRRR strategy, where you would buy an existing asset, you would rent it, you would remodel it, then you would rent it, then you'd refinance it, then you would repeat the process. And so I tell people, both of them work. The buy-build process, your equity spread is substantially larger even in today's market. And one of the biggest things that I love most is that if you refinance right now and you come into a 6.1%, a 6.61% 30-year fixed mortgage over a 30-year period, you can refinance that as long as you don't lock yourself into any early payoff penalties. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that again. If you walk into a mortgage right now and you're paying prime rates on a 30-year fixed loan at 6.61% right now, just make sure that you're not locked in and over-leveraged with an early payoff penalty, because then you can go back when mortgage rates drop, you get decreased prices on real estate right now, and then you refinance later and you into a lower interest rate, and it's a win-win situation. So there's an estimated total compressed market projection of 10%, and that's including where we are today and where we will be added to and tallied up by the end of next summer. Now, will that be perfect? Will it be 9%, 8.5%, 11%? We don't know yet, but economists tell us 10% compression in the entire marketplace. Now, when I sit down and I underwrite buying land and building houses, and if you're building $650,000, $750,000 homes, projected to be able to make close to $200,000 in profit, now with this compression, you'll make about $130,000 to $140,000 in profitability, depending on how you build that house, which is incredible for people that are building semi-custom spec homes, which is the exact market sector that we predominantly specialize in. Now, here's what Home Depot says, okay? Right now, we went back and I read up on all of the financial breakdowns and stats for Home Depot. And one of the big things that I look at is how is Lowe's doing? How are the lumber companies doing? How are the lumber mills doing? How is Home Depot doing? And what is their take on actual numbers being transcribed at the cash register itself? And when we went back in, we did some research with an interview with the CEO of Home Depot in Atlanta, Georgia. One thing that they told us, they said, profits have risen even in this recessionary market. We were projected to do $1.4 billion, and we're up to $4.3 billion right now. So over $200 million larger profitability, even in a compressed market. Now, another thing that was very interesting when we went and we looked at Home Depot statistics is that their average ticket price over the last 6 months has rose over 9%, but transactions themselves are actually down by 4% month over month. So what that means is that supply chain is still pushing. That means that home buyers are still buying. They're just putting their money into the homes that they live in now instead of buying new. So there's still a massive need for you contractors. Listen up. There's a massive need for home remodeling, home improvement, and there's always room for profits in the real estate sector. If you like this video, pound that thumbs up button. Click and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos just like this. I'm going to recommend our buy land, build house model for you right up above at the end of this video. Click and watch our full sequence of how to buy land, how to build houses, and I look forward to seeing you next time.